I'm standing by.
The bully is standing by.
And I am back. So let's see here. Grackle, you here?
Yep, I'm here.
Stray?
Yep.
Connor?
Here.
Bobbly?
Yep.
And Splice. I hear Splice's ambient noise, but I don't hear him. Damn it, Splice!
I believe he answered, but I'm not sure. No, he didn't.
I didn't hear him.
Back.
Welcome back, sir. All right. So I believe you're all back. And when we last left our team, I believe you guys said you were heading out to the Everett Valley Coroner, not affiliated with the city of Everett.
I believe
I
that
hope
was the
that's
plan.
a small print or sign.
It is. It's got the asterisk next to it.
Yeah, no, I'm good with driving by and getting some eyes on surveillance of the place.
All right. So you guys go ahead and drive by. There's nothing real special about it. It's a municipal-looking building. It's got that that facade architecture to it, but it's not like it's super modern or anything. It's a beige
I'd like to
building
do
with
a-
stucco on the walls.
Nice. I'd like to do just a visual perception as we drive by, try and spot, any surveillance, different entrances and exits, things like that.
Okay. You may absolutely do so.
All right. Come on, dice, don't fail me too badly. Perception. Oh, crud. Typing is not my strong suit, clearly.
Well, we all have our weaknesses.
Okay, there we go.
All right. So 5 hits. You're looking around, and in this area, I mean, it's not like it's really built up, but the building itself is taller than a single-story building should be, but that's to be expected with the type of architecture it has. It's got a good standoff of at least 20 feet between it and the nearest building. You do see very obvious security cameras. The front, there is a parking lot with double doors made of glass. On the one side, there's actually a driveway, like with arrows, one going in, one going out. And you do see a drop door for like an ambulance or a body or a chum wagon, as they're referred to, where one can drive up and drop a body off.
Huh?
All right, looks like a building.
I mean,
Right,
getting
it's
really
a
down
box.
deep into it, you do see pressure pads right on the front doors. There's also motion and thermal sensors with each of the cameras. But past that, no, there's nothing really like super secret top door entrance. No, that.
Yeah, I figured he relied more on fast response times and a lack of interest to keep him secure, so good to have that
Yeah.
mostly confirmed.
Yeah.
And the fact there might actually be a cop inside right now.
That is a possibility.
So from the resounding silence, I'm guessing none of us really qualify as a fake.
Uh,
I think that's me in this game.
Should we be afraid?
I've got a whole 11. I've got a whole 4 dice to pretty much any social skill. So yeah, not me.
Do more than I have.
I was anti-social characters. No, never mind. Sorry. I'm telling you.
All right, yeah. I mean, I'm happy to do the talking for us. I think we just need to plan our approach before we walk through the doors and talk to the guy.
If we're walking in the front door, it should probably not be really a we thing. Maybe just one person.
Sure.
Shit. I don't have the right
Well,
license.
I'd like to. I'm just waiting to hear back from my my cop friend. Hopefully, he's got a little bit of intel for us before we go in there. Be nice not to go in cold if there's any news.
Mhm.
We'll see. Always slab somebody. Use that as an entry, and they just have to get out.
You wanna play cops?
I don't
That's an option.
really want to, but OOC, that is an option. Popoli won't know it though, so somebody'd have to know.
So no, I'm not. I don't want to slap somebody. Impulse. I want to roll for something.
Okay.
I want to roll for a rating for private investigator license, a fake one. I don't have Kyoko, otherwise I would have just used her, but I still don't have the possibilities for it.
Are you discussing with this with the group or no?
I mean, it's
I'm
probably
just
part of the
asking.
planning.
This is like
I
an
know.
out of character question.
No, it's probably like in between the planning. It's like, hey, we could go in, but cover and that. So
I have a really good forger contact.
Well, I mean, I'm a registered, technically, unofficially con, but yeah, I'm a PI. I have a license that even says it.
I got a bounty hunter's license.
probably won't help.
It might if you can
Dead or
claim she's a
alive
bounty.
bounty.
I do think a bounty hunter's license. I figured out what you could do.
Yeah,
I know-
absolutely.
Yeah, you could be like, hey, I was hired to hunt this person, and I think someone might have beat me to, dealing with them.
If we're doing ID?
someone might have dealt with them, and I need to check. Can I check through your? Can you give me a list of your stuff so I can check that real quick?
Yeah, no.
If we're
And
doing
anybody,
ID, we might want to get a fake ID for the target, and then have someone else get a fake ID that's a relative come and claim the body.
Okay. So just to spell it out, we got a couple options discussed so far. One of them is a fake ID for the body and a fake ID for a relative. Try and get them out that way. Another is a bounty hunter, and try and create a bail bondsman entry. They skip bail, and you've been hired to get them out. We have impersonating cops, and trying to walk the body out that way.
That never goes well.
Yeah, we have similar to the bail bondsman. We have a private investigator looking for a missing person approach. We got a. Is that what everybody's discussing so far?
Yeah, pretty much.
Sounds right.
Anybody here good with computers?
Kinda.
No training, but a good
Not really.
nationality. Nothing amazing though.
I mean, okay.
Connor is just going to
Well,
say
that makes-
no.
Yeah, I can turn the thing on. That's about it. I was thinking if we had somebody to create a missing person report or something like that.
Out of character, that's actually what I'm planning on spending karma on, but in character, not yet.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'm less inclined to impersonate officers of the law, and more inclined to try and use another route personally.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm all for the PI because, yeah, good luck trying to get the fake bail bonds.
You know, I may have a contact in the legal system who could help with that. But, you know, I don't want to call on every friend I have for this one.
Me neither. So yeah, I still want to roll for it just because I want to have it in the future poll, so
Okay.
it's
Do it.
a
Go ahead and
rating
roll.
4 license, so...
Yep.
Holy
Avail
shit,
12.
12F. Yeah. Yeah, I'm using just my fixer right now.
All right.
Hmm.
Well, you get it in double time.
Okay, it's 800 million, so after the job, basically.
Yep. So,
Uh, so not
Okay,
helping.
let's say we went with plan A, which is the typical one, which is the typical worst plan is we just run in there, shoot everyone, grab the thing, and run out. What would go wrong?
Everything.
Well,
That's not plan
my,
A, that's plan double Z.
R.
Slice would have to figure out how
HTR,
to get the money back.
my police friend, who I already called about this, would probably put 2 and 2 together. If we did a murder spree.
Slice is trying to make a name for himself in this town, a good name.
No, I'm just like I'm saying the dumbest plan first, so that we can get out of the way.
You know, that's plan Z. That's not that.
Okay, so we have now labeled that as Plan Drek. Let's proceed through plans A through DRE G before we deal with Plan Drek again. Okay.
Yes.
All
Fair
right.
enough.
Sounds good. All right. So, what's everybody's favorite plan of the ones so far that they think is least likely to get us Kang?
You were the one with the PI license, right?
That's correct.
Go in and ask. You've got a body. You've got a party of. You've got someone who wants to stay anonymous, and looking for a crispy body.
All right.
Came in the last few days.
That actually could play in nicely to the family angle. You can get enough info so that we can come back in with a good set of fake ID, maybe get some fingerprints or even some tissue samples so we can have a really good idea about what we need it.
Drop some money if you need to.
And you
All
can
right.
get a
Everybody
gauge
on
on
board?
how professional this guy is.
Okay. Is everybody on board with that idea, that first approach?
Go for it.
Yep.
The worst they can do
All
is
right.
say no and kick you out.
Ha, well, not the worst they can do. There might be a hellhound who's real hungry in there.
In which case, then Baboli gets to shoot everything, and we get to go straight to Plan Drek.
Thought we weren't bringing up Plan Drek for a while.
I am
Well,
concerned that the bully
you
seems
have given an
happy about that
entry
idea.
to Plan.
Yeah, if we were going with Plan Trek, I'd like a day to
Baboli
prepare at
wants-
least.
Yeah, this is out of character.
Still on day one of the
Very
job.
bloodthirsty player.
so we've had 30 minutes of talk.
Yeah.
What you guys doing?
We're doing the walk in and ask approach.
Okay. So who's walking up?
That's going to be me. I was hoping to hear back from my contact before we did it, but
Okay. And incidentally enough, just as you walk through the door, like you open up the door, get the bing bing, your comlink rings. It's Harry. Or, excuse me. I was reading your name, not his. It's Reggie.
Reggie, buddy. Incredible timing you got there.
Yeah, I've always had a knack for it. Hey, so about that drink you're gonna owe me.
You know I'm good for it. Meet me at the Go Go Girly Show any Monday through Thursday. You know I'm there.
Yep. So this Jane Doe of yours, she's got a street name. Her name was Cinder. Apparently, she was a one of those runner types. Got herself in real deep hunting some bugs. They found her in a burnt out building. She was at the middle of the fire. So, file on her said something about her being one of them magic types, but you know, they all die the same. So that's what I got. I mean, if you're wanting to go and pick her up, I mean, they were pretty sure she was dead.
Yeah, you know, I'm just looking into a missing persons for somebody, so that's the news I wasn't hoping to hear.
Well, you found her.
All right, bud. Well, you know, keep me on speed dial for next time you want to get weird. Appreciate you.
Yeah, I will.
All right, champ. Thanks again.
Yep.
I'll shoot everybody the details I just found over DNI chat, and continue walking up to the counter after hanging up my phone call.
Impulse, quick interception. Can Stray
Yes.
roll Shadow Community just to confirm that this
Yes.
was an actual thing, because she didn't know? Out of character, I know Cinder, and it's very likely that it happened, but 3 hits?
So yes, this definitely corroborates what you've heard about Cinder when she retired from shadowrunning to go hunt bugs. It definitely sounds like something she would do.
Yeah, her street tells me her street name just sounds like the kind of person who is destined to die in a fire.
Yeah, it seems very appropriate. Unfortunate, but appropriate.
Eh.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, if nobody
Hey,
has any,
thematic naming is totally a thing.
Yeah.
if anybody
Okay.
has anything to suggest, otherwise I'll go ahead with the plan so far.
Continue.
I mean, you know, Stray will just shoot over DNI. Hey, you know, she can say, hey, we're here to claim Jane Doe. You know, drop some money and say, hey, file's closed. If nothing is, you know.
Start with your client would like to remain anonymous. Find out if you can claim that way. If the person refuses to negotiate, then we can go with the fake ID.
Okay. So, con first, then gin up document second. Got it. Moving forward.
All right. So as you step up, there's some rustling in the back, and you hear a sink go. I'll be out in just a sec. Give me a minute. All right. Yeah. As you see a doctor, well, presumably a doctor, he's wearing the official I'm a doctor uniform, which is the white coat over everything else.
And a stethoscope.
Yes, a stethoscope around his neck.
In the morgue.
As he
I will.
walks forward and you see him shaking his hands as if he just washed them. So how can I help you?
Good to meet you. And I pull out and look down at my little spiral notebook. It's Doctor. I'm sorry. What was his name again? V something. L something. I lost his name.
Long Steve.
Okay. It was Dr. Longsteve, I presume.
Yeah.
Longsteve.
Yes.
I apologize.
Yes, Dr. Longsteve.
You know, it's a joy to meet you. Unfortunate that it has to be under these circumstances, but I'm sure you're used to hearing that in your admirable line of work.
Well, every day is fortunate if it's above the ground. Am I right?
You know, I keep waking up and telling myself that. You know, I'm terribly
how can
sorry
I help
to
you, sir? Mr.
Sorry. Oh, I apologize, and I flash him an arrow of my PI badge. It's Holmes, Harry Holmes. I'm
Mr. Holmes.
what's known as a private investigator, and I've been hired by an incredibly concerned client to look into a possible unfortunate end for one of his close associates. And, the trails led me here, I hate to say.
Well, that's truly unfortunate. Do you have the necessary paperwork, proof of interest?
And this is where I will attempt to fast talk him a little bit
Okay.
and say, doctor, I have so much respect for you and your time. I don't want to, take up any more of your day. I'm really just hoping to help bring closure to this family. And I didn't really want to get into the deep paperwork. Can I roll a con on that?
Sure. Go ahead and give me a roll.
And as I'm, digging through my pockets, trying to come up with a story, I'll pull out, a pen and a lighter and a couple cred sticks, and put one of the cred sticks down on the counter as I'm trying to fast talk a little here.
Okay.
It's just this paperwork's such a hassle.
Well, of course it is. As he will take the cred stick and slot it quickly. How much is on it?
I was going to say 500.
Okay. So with 3 hits and 500 in, well, I'm sure the paperwork can get taken care of later. I mean, it's just bureaucracy that's going to take a million years to do anyways. So who are you looking for? I mean, I have quite a few Janes and Joes. And a couple
Well,
Johns,
this is
too.
unfortunately, this is a lovely young woman who her friends called her Cinder, which is unfortunately apropos for the way I believe that she met her maker.
Oh, the crispy critter, yes.
Yep,
yes.
That's the technical term.
Yes, indeed. Well, I'm not sure if there's anything actually identifiable about the body, but you can certainly have a look. Come. Do be sure to wash your hands as he opens up the door and points at a sink absently.
I'll rinse up and follow him on my way.
Okay. He goes to one of the shelves, begins to pull on it, and looks... Oh, not that one. Oh, here we go. And pulls out a body bag that's a little too short to have an entire human body in it. And he undoes the cloth, and you see... Cinder is definitely a word, and it is quite apropos. One interesting thing you do note, though, is there is still heat coming off of this body.
Can I do a perception check on her?
Absolutely.
Okay. I assume it's just going to be regular perception, or...
Absolutely.
Okay, yeah, because I don't have a sensing or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So it would have to be regular. Visual or...
Up to you how you want to do it.
I'd like to look and smell. So I'll just do a general at 14 instead of the specialized visual.
So, looking, it's definitely black, charred, and you see within the cracks red flesh. And smell, it smells burnt. That sweet, sweet smell of a burnt body. It also smells slightly of brimstone. Ever so slightly. And you also get an undertone of bodily fluid. Like you smelt blood before, that coppery smell. You smell that.
So it smells like Puyallup. All right.
Yes. That's exactly what it smells like.
All right. I'll take a couple quick snaps and send them to the team over the link.
Mm-hmm. And also, while you were having a look and sniffing, the closer you get, it's actually, if you were to stand like right next to it, it would be uncomfortably warm.
I'll turn to the doctor and say, Doc, is it normal that a decedent is so toasty?
No, I was actually concerned about that when the police brought her in. assured me that it would cool down, but it hasn't. Well, and he kind of looks at the body and shrugs. I'm not one for the mystical sorts, but it'll be gone soon enough. So I'm not too sure that I should bother asking those types of questions.
Oh, I see. Had you already arranged a pickup? The family hadn't notified me of that.
Well, no, not a pickup of sorts. I mean, if there's a body here longer than a week, we have disposal services. I mean, I would have done something like a cremation, but
yeah, clearly that.
He gestures at the body with a shrug.
Well, I apologize for taking so much of your time, sir, and I'd be happy to, compensate you appropriately for your professional services. Do you mind if I bring in an associate to just do a quick verification through means that I myself am not capable of? And then we'd be happy to take ourselves and this.
Well, how long will you need? As he shakes his hand in the pocket that originally he put the new yen cred stick in.
Oh, I imagine that it'd be no more than 5 minutes, and of course I would compensate you appropriately, matching preset amounts.
Well, I appreciate that you understand the value of a man's time. So, how long will it take for you to bring your associate?
Let me just make a quick call. I actually have them waiting in my car, on standby, as it were.
Oh, well, you come prepared, don't you?
I try not to waste the time of those much more educated than myself.
You see his chest puff out just a bit when you say that.
I'll call Stray, and I'll be like, the kind doctor has agreed to give us a few more moments to verify and then clear out the unfortunate subject from his illustrious workspace.
Okay, this is a dumb question, but I think it's super important, guys. Do you see anyone else in that building besides just him, or does anyone else work there?
Impulse, have I seen anybody else on my way in?
Not at current, but it is, midday. That's not uncommon for places like this. They have one guy that operates it majority of the time. Then he has interns or employees that come in during the night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because nights are the busy times, because...
Just want to make sure that we're not missing Joe, the misad in the corner.
I'm gonna stop myself here. Not gonna jinx it. Did this once, and Gangle took a shit ton of damage because of it.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah, it's good, better this way. Anyway, also not your run, another run.
Okay.
Okay,
so,
no.
Stray?
Yes. Yeah, I will make my way inside.
Great.
Wash my hands, all of that jazz.
Okay. So you come in, and the gentleman nods his head in greeting.
Yeah, she will greet back and just like... She will just say... she will just point to the body bag, right? Just like the open body bag on like the slab. Or...
So it's a body that is on one of those. They're called
medical
body shelves.
tables.
Yeah, no, it's not on a medical table. It's on that the pull-out thing.
Oh, okay.
The sheet has been pulled back, and you see a charred corpse.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
It's on the drawer, right? The drawer thingy.
Yes.
In one of the drawers. Okay. Yeah. I'll smile at the doctor and just ask him to take a step back, because if this is magical, it might, react or something.
Okay.
Just like, hey, it could. I might need some room here.
It could explode your head. You never know.
Yeah, no. This looks like a magical fire, and if everything goes bad, this might just blow up. So.
You never know.
So yeah, I will astrally perceive and ascend the
Okay.
body.
Go ahead and give me your sensing.
3 hits.
So, as you look on the astral, you find that the body is mostly dead. Well, the outside at least. In the cracks where that flesh is, there is definitely something magical burning. Like on the astral, it's like molten stone, is the best way to put it. Where it's slowly cooling, but it takes a long time.
Can I roll Arcana or Magical Theory or anything?
You may absolutely make those rolls.
Okay, I'm gonna roll Arcana first. 4 hits.
Okay, so you've heard of things like this happening where if a spirit that is inhabiting something dies with the host body at the same time, that it takes a while for the residual magics to go away.
Oh, okay. And I assume from Cinder's reputation, I know if this was a usual thing for her.
Yeah, she loved getting possessed. It almost got her killed a few times, actually.
Yeah.
Gross.
Can I? Would this be more like magical threats or magical theory to see if this would lash out if like another magical being would touch it?
You may make that roll, yes.
So theory.
Mhm.
Okay. Oh, anyway, it's 86 for 2 hits.
You know, you were never that kind of a mage, so you're not quite sure, but poking it wouldn't be a smart thing, but it wouldn't be the end of the world either.
To be fair, Stray has channeling as a meta magic, so she may or may not know something else. But yeah.
So
Okay, but
a dead spirit's residual magic is the sort of thing that warps the area around it, and messing with that is usually causing more problems than solving in your historical knowledge. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I will stop perceiving, go back to being on the mundane only to not, trigger anything, and just just not to be like to my employee or associate, and the doctor's just like, residual magic, nothing unstable, but it would take a few days, but it's safe.
And we've got 2. If it's going to take a few days, we've got 2.
Oh, no. It's just like it's to cool down completely. It's like it's completely safe. It just will be warm for the next few days, or like will be warm for a while.
I misheard.
Oh, no problem.
I misheard something. That's
it's just don't magic. If somebody is magical, try not to interact with it because that may or may not cause something. Yeah, but it's safe, and we discussed like the claiming thing, just like that we could take the body.
Discuss taking it?
Like claiming it and, bring it back to to the concerned family members.
I'll turn to the doctor and say, good doctor, I know it's not traditional, the vehicle we'd like to use, but her family has requested the return of her, and I hold my heart, her mortal remains, as soon as possible, and we'd like to expedite that. Do you mind if I purchase appropriate materials to transport her in from you, and we take her off your more than skilled hands today?
Well, I'm sure I could provide you with such tools. it shouldn't cost you too much. I'll sell them to you at cost, obviously.
Oh, of course. And
And,
I assume the cost is roughly 750 new yen?
well, actually closer to 1,000 these days. The prices have gone up. What with the
I
bombings and
understand.
whatnot.
I'm very out of touch. Forgive my lack of
Oh,
knowledge. I defer to you, of
it's
course.
well, it's nothing against you. I mean, I would not expect somebody that's not in the trade to even be able to know a ballpark number. He gives you a smile.
Well,
So I will provide you with that, and we can arrange the payment up front.
of course. And I'll bump 1,000 new yen to the other cred stick, and shake his hand and hand it to him.
He thanks you very much, and he provides you with a proper body bag, as well as a gurney, and sees you on your way on the drop dock.
Doctor, we appreciate your time and have nothing but the utmost respect for your skill and discretion. Thank you so much for taking the time to see us today.
Oh, it's no bother at all. I don't even remember being talked to yet today. And as he shrugs and walks back into the building, and the door's shut.
All right. Load her as delicately as possible into the back seat of my Americar, which I hope you gentlemen pulled around to the.
No, not the back seat, the trunk.
As long as she's not on the
possibly
roof of
go
the vehicle.
wrong with this plan, people?
I am just keeping my faces as turned away from the cameras as possible at this point.
All
All right. So we get the body loaded in the car without
Yep.
too much interruption, I hope.
No problems at all.
All right. Then I will delicately pull away and drive. I'd like to do a untrackable route as possible as I drive away.
Okay, go ahead and give me navigation.
Sure thing. Is this? It's Everett, isn't it? Not Seattle.
Well, Seattle greater area includes Everett, so I'll let you have it.
Oh, okay, cool. Then I have slightly better at that. Oh God, which one is it? There we go.
Did the Johnson give us like a comcode to contact him, or?
Well, you saw a place, and he asked you to bring her here, so.
Oh, okay.
So with 3 hits, you're able to spend about 3 hours to go 4 square miles, which is pretty good.
Okay.
That's making
and I
good
just wanna
time
make
if you're
sure
trying to cover your tracks, yeah.
Yeah, that's perfect. I just want to do make sure I'm not followed, watch for tails, and then do a quick check-in with the party and see if everybody's good to head back to Puyallup and drop her off.
No issue.
During this driving, would I get to rest again?
Sure.
Yeah, you can nap in the passenger seat.
Just this dirty elf, just with the head against the window, just like every time the road bumps.
Thunk, thunk, thunk.
Okay, so it's gonna take me 2 hours for this one.
Okay. And you get 1 more.
And ooh, I'm fully healed! Yay!
He's healed.
Hooray! You have recovered from your epic battle with the waif.
With the homeless person.
You really need to pack yourself some stim patches.
I have to buy some
Alright.
non-conductivity. Let's be real.
So
Yeah.
you guys drive back to the place in Puyallup?
Yeah, I'll cycle through license plate numbers, just keeping an eye out for tails or any obvious drones following us, anything like that, and then head back to Puyallup.
All
I'm
right.
going to scout
Go
ahead
ahead,
about 2 or 3 blocks to stay ahead to get a little early warning on the situation.
All right. Splice, go ahead and give me an edge check, and you as well, Hackle. Or excuse me, Grackle. Hackle,
Okay.
Grackle.
Yeah, I got you, didn't I?
Yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
That's what I get for picking names that always sound the same.
Right.
There's mine.
Okay. So you guys make the trip mostly unmolested. I mean, there's a pot shot taken or two, but that's kind of whatever. That's to be expected. You're not surprised when it happens. So, you find yourselves at the place. It doesn't look like it's changed it at all, except that the hobo's back, and he's got himself a shiny new piece sitting on the counter.
Before anything else, before Stray even gets, as Stray gets out, basically, perception check, because just in case, this is pure loop and ambushes and everything. She's suspicious. This guy is creepy and may have enemies. So visual again.
I'd like to do the same thing.
Okay.
Can anyone sense the bums, just in case?
Well, there's only one bum, but you may sense him if you really so want to. So, Stray, you know, the area is more populated than what it was before. You see a couple street toughs over on that one corner right there smoking cigarettes. You see a guy that looks like he's a bit homeless over there with the shopping cart. You see a guy with a partial cyber limb that looks like it's only half put together, and the place where it joins just above the elbow is like red and swollen, and you see some pus leaking out. And yeah. But otherwise, no, it looks pretty much the same.
I mean, it's like what's the time again? It's like early afternoon.
Yeah, it's early late afternoon.
Okay. Hang on.
Impulse, I had the same role as him, so I imagine I saw the same thing.
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And what kind of piece? Like a new gun or something? Has the bum have?
Yeah, a shiny chrome gun.
Shiny chrome. What kind? Just a pistol, or?
It's you know, there's that Ruger. It's called a Super Warhawk, right?
Yes.
If you had a semi-automatic, version of that, like a Desert Eagle.
Yes,
Desert Eagle
okay.
basically is the short version.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's chrome and shiny, and it looks sexy and scary at the same time.
It looks like something an action movie hero would use to blow someone's head clean the fuck off.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we get two guys to stay with the car and the body, and then a couple of us go in and talk with the J?
Yeah, that sounds like splitting the party. I don't know if we get horribly ambushed, we all get ambushed together.
Overwatch.
I'm gonna just
Anybody
check for
else
smells
have
real
small
quick.
unit tactics?
Slice will pull his rifle off his vehicle
It's
and walk into the building. Find a good place from inside the building to have an eye outside, especially on the vehicles, and set up a protective sniper position.
Okay, so a protective sniper position at ground level is not going to be very effective, but you can definitely set up into a Overwatch type position. Connor, you smell, aside from the standard pileup stuff, this bum smells like gun oil, cordite, and body odor.
The usual.
Yeah, Stray will approach the bum and just say, "Hey, bag still open?"
So,
He
Boboli is going to try
takes
and
the-
pick out where people. Sorry.
the bum picks up the piece from the register, or excuse me, from the counter, and hides it in his voluminous jacket, and kind of shrugs. I don't know. You got what you were after?
Hmm?
My good man, it's been merely a couple hours. We merely wanted to reconnect with the most illustrious Mr. Johnson and verify a couple details.
Well, that's too bad. Unless you got
Is
what
he
you were
unavailable?
after. Unless you got what you were after, ain't no talking to him again.
Can I roll a judge intentions as I'm hearing this?
Absolutely.
Just
So
So 7 hits on Judge Intentions. He absolutely intends to kill every motherfucker here if they so much as reach for that door.
yeah,
so
Stray will just
Boboli's
shrug
going
like,
to start.
yeah, sure. I'm sorry. I'm talking over
So
somebody.
Boboli is going to start picking out spots for people. In case with this does all go full mohawk.
Anyone have a rifle?
Yeah, I've got a spare assault rifle and a sniper rifle. Which one do you need?
I'll just hold on to the assault rifle, but just for this one, I'll give it right back. Don't worry. Because we can't trade.
I look at the bum and I say, "Well, my good man, I understand that you take your job very seriously, and I like to think that I do the same. However, when we spoke with our most impressive friend, who seemed very dedicated to his work, and more importantly, dedicated
He
to
holds
the
his hand up to stop you. You can cut the bullshit.
All right,
Stray will just roll her eyes and says, would we be back if we didn't have it?
Well,
I
that's
pull
what
a
your
cigar
friend
out
here
of my
is saying.
pocket. I pull a cigar out of my pocket, light it, and say, "Well, he said he didn't have anybody working for him out here, so we were a bit suspicious of your intent, but you seem like a most honest sort. I tell you what, we got what we
But-
needed. Let's finish it."
So you got what you're after. Good. Go ahead and bring it on in.
So,
All right, I will
have
go
I
out to the
successfully picked out? Go ahead.
seeing that last message. I'll say, "Well, I mean, you didn't think we'd bring her here. We wanted to come and meet with you to tell you we had it. I mean,
The terms of the
what kind fool do you
job
think
were
I am?"
simple. Terms of the job were simple. You bring the boss what he wanted. Keyword being bring.
Oh, I misunderstood. Give me a moment to consult with my
That's too bad because I'm about to misunderstood the reason why you're here.
Oh, you know what? I misspoke. I got confused. We totally brought her here. We have what you need.
It's amazing what a little bit of honesty will do to a man, isn't it?
No, I
Stray,
thought the same thing.
Stray just makes like the and oh god, people just like has her brow like the the Star Trek gif of like Captain Kirk, just like no, not Kirk, Picard, like
The double face palm.
yeah, right, this one. Okay, yeah. So yeah, we get it out and just. And are you doing this in the open?
Yeah,
Doing
no,
what in the open?
let's.
Okay, no, just.
Yeah, I walk back out to the car, pop the trunk, and cradle the body in my arms, bodyguard style.
It's a body bag. It's a fucking bag.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna toss her over my shoulders. So I,
You
walk
carry
her
it,
back into the room.
As
Okay.
you're bringing the body bag, he points to the counter where his piece was. Go ahead and lay her out, unzip it. Gotta make sure.
I do so.
He looks inside, blinks. Alright, that's all I gotta say. And lets you zip it back up. Doors open. As he
All right.
kind of shrugs and settles into a comfortable position.
I
Thanks,
will
Ed.
carry her through the door.
Okay, so we are on hour 2. So let's go ahead and take a quick 5-minute break. Go ahead and grab a drink, grab a smoke, do what you need to do, and be back at 30.